Alright, buddy, listen, big man. The name's James IZ. Of course, I'm back here with another video. Now, of course, my YouTube recommendation feed has been on a roll. This video was recommended to me. This channel name here, I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce this name. But like, the name of the video is Physiognomy Analysis Benjamin Netanyahu. And look, I had to click on it because what the fuck are you talking about? Like, is this man actually physiognomy checking Benjamin Netanyahu? If you don't know what a physiognomy checking means, it's the outside appearance, right? The way somebody talks and walks, the way they dress it and everything. And so I'm guessing this guy here is somewhat of an expert, because if you look at the other videos that he has created, I mean, yeah, so he started uploading 4 months ago, man. This man is on a fucking roll here. Like, he's talking about current subjects like Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk, Mr. Beast, and so I'm guessing based off this channel here is that he goes based off of looks. He 100% judges a book by its cover. To be fair, I do the same exact thing. I thought that I was gonna point and laugh at this. No, I do kind of agree with him that yes, the physiognomy doesn't lie. Whenever you see a chick with dyed colored hair and a septic nose piercing, don't trust her, especially when it comes to like a relationship. Just have your fun with her, king. It's really just your turn with her. I don't know how else to tell you, but if you do get into a relationship with that, I'm praying for you, brother. Another great example is watching predator catching videos, because most of the time they're either extremely autistic, middle-aged men, or they're very out of shape, obese, fat, old white dudes. Anywho, let's go back to Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, of course, if you live on the internet like myself, you know exactly on who this man is. I don't even need to explain it. Let's just physiognomy check him, eh?
And today we will be looking at none other than current and longest serving Israeli Prime Minister, King of America, wanted war criminal, and genuinely real...
Okay, I mean, he just flat out said it. Okay, I was not expecting that.
A good contender for the Antichrist. I think it's either him or Mr. Beast.
And he doesn't like Mr. Beast either. That's crazy.
Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, this guy is, of course, all over the news pretty much at any given time. This is going to be a pretty evergreen video for the foreseeable future. This guy has, of course, been in the news a ton recently, and by recently, I mean the past 5, 10, 20 years. This guy seemingly cannot stand out of the spotlight. I'm
just going to be safe here. I'm going to call them the conspiracy theories, but yeah, this man Benjamin Netanyahu was behind a lot of certain historical events. Even today, at this time, right now, he's still doing what he's doing over there in Gaza. But just throughout history, this man was more than likely behind a lot of events that took place within the United States.
Now we're going to start off with his phenotype, which is the physical expression of his ancestry, heritage, and race. Now, right off the bat, a very notable thing about Netanyahu is that he does not have the stereotypical Jewish look. He doesn't look particularly Middle Eastern or Semitic or Levantine or any of that. What he looks like is very Eastern European, much like Jeffrey Epstein.
You know what? Actually, since he's pointing it out, yeah, he doesn't look Middle Eastern at all. He looks like a Caucasian white dude. I mean, but like his nationality is probably that, whatever.
As well. This is because both of these gentlemen are Ashkenazi Jews. They are Jews from Eastern Europe, from the Pale of Settlement, Russia, okay. Ukraine, Poland, these areas.
I didn't know that.
These guys and their ancestors have not been in the Middle East for about 2,000 years.
So basically this whole video is just going to be me learning, basically, huh? I didn't know that I was going to get like an anatomy history lesson here. Okay, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, to be honest with you. What is the side profile?
As you can see from his youth, he started out as a quite choleric person. This means that he was willful, bossy, commanding, thought, planned, and acted in the long term, very kind of unsensitive seeming, very focused on work, a positive pessimist who very acutely saw and identified all the problems of the world, but instead of being discouraged by this, he was actually encouraged to take action to solve these problems. But nowadays, he is not choleric. While his forehead and chin are the same, his jawline has changed significantly. He got kind of fat around there. That is a sign of a transition from a choleric temperament to a more phlegmatic temperament. What does this mean? Well, it means that he is still willful, bossy, and commanding, but his energy is a lot less intense. Cholerics are long-term people in the sense of an Energizer bunny. They just keep going and going and going and never stop. They have very little need for sleep. Phlegmatics are the same, but they're much more slow and steady, much more subtle, tolerant, enduring. They can take a lot. Whereas a choleric's energy is more like a machine gun, phlegmatic's energy is more like that of a tank. They're very powerful themselves and they can do offense well, but their strong suit is in defense. It is in endurance and going for the long term. And we see that as the longest serving Prime Minister of Israel, he very much is a long-term person. And phlegmatics are also visionaries. They think and really dream out in the long term.
Okay, so this man is a phlegmatic now. So he's he's a leader of a fucking nation. Okay, yeah, I get it. Whatever.
We're going to get into his face shape, which will tell us about his personality archetype and the broad strokes of his personality. Now we can see in his youth, he had very much a triangular face and tapering down to that pointed chin. That is the Mercury face shape. It stands for the sensitive magician archetype. This means that he was, of course, sensitive, a little neurotic, reactive, very much attention-seeking, sought validation from external adulation and attention, approval. But you'll notice that he doesn't keep this sensitive, witty, quick-thinking personality very long. By the time he's hitting the stride of his career in adulthood and into middle age, he very quickly assumes the face shape that he still has to this day, which is the Mars face shape. This stands for the active conservative warrior archetype. This signals a person and a personality that has a very strong impulse to fight and in some cases to kill. They feel very strongly. They love and hate with equal intensity. If you're on the good side, they're going to love you, shower you with gifts, be super generous, super fun, super charismatic. But if you get in the wrong side, they're going to want to kill you. In this guy's case, he might actually kill you. Now, thanks to this pugnacious nature, this impulsivity, this risk-taking attitude, this willingness to fight for what they believe in or what they want, Mars-based people are highly overrepresented among the upper echelons of world leadership. You can look at Donald Trump, Elon Musk, even an enemy of Netanyahu, someone like Nicholas Fuentes, a very prominent commentator with very bold, out there takes.
Man, we're just going down this rabbit hole. Okay, so they basically all just have the same, like, what, similar personalities now, just based off the like the rectangular face, whatever. Okay, what are the bold facial features?
Now we're going to start off with what I think is probably his most significant feature: his wide splayed ears. Those things are huge. In face reading, wide splayed ears like that stand for independence and non-conformity. Someone who marches to the beat of their own drum.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have nothing to say here. I didn't know that this video was gonna turn out like this. I don't have any other arguments, to be honest with you, because I don't know much about this shit, honestly. I'm just learning at this point, bro. Holy shit.
His very deep set eyes and his very thin upper lip. Now, his deep set eyes mean that he is very calculating and reserved. He always thinks before he speaks. He's quite withdrawn, and overall just a scheming, planning sort of guy. I know, cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks, but I'm just talking about one individual here. The thin upper lip, meanwhile, shows that he is very hesitant to express what he truly thinks and feels deep down. So that means that even with that slightly wide mouth, he may be talking a lot. He may be a good talker, a very talkative person. What he's telling you is usually not going to be what he's really thinking or feeling. He's a very calculated speaker.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know, like, he's just looking at his lips and is just going off on talking about, I don't know what the fuck he's even saying, to be honest with you. I'm completely lost in this fucking video, bro. Apparently he has a split personality or something. What the fuck?
In general, there's a very strong asymmetry going on here. He seems to have sort of a split personality there. Let's look at the left side of his face, split up and recombined into composites to show us who Netanyahu is in his private and personal life. We can see that he doesn't have too much of a Mars face anymore. He actually has more of a Jupiter face shape. That means that he is quite religious, moralistic, more gregarious, open, friendly, and very invested in order, morality, and justice. I think he's a true believer in his cause of saving the Jewish people and protecting Israel.
Alright, bro. I don't know how you get all that just based off his face shape and editing the pictures like this, but you got it, bro, because I don't know how to fucking argue against this, bro. I don't know. This is the most schizophrenic thing I've ever seen in my life.
And my last impression, my final diagnosis, is mob boss physiognomy. I mean, honestly, look at that. Whether he's Irish, Italian, Jewish, Russian, whatever, you look at that sly look in the eyes, those arched eyebrows, those big ears, big nose, and he just looks like a mob boss.
Just the look of a Tony Soprano. Okay, that's crazy, huh?
Just lifts his finger and another guy gets whacked. And you see how Netanyahu and his government have gotten their tentacles deep into the United States.
And you know what's actually crazy? Is that, like, he's actually right. He looks like the type of dude that would raise his hand up once and then somebody else just takes care of his business for him.
Whether it's through media, AIPAC, Mossad, other vectors, and it's very much mob tactics that they use. It's hits, it's threats.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even lie to you, bro. I can't even argue against this. I don't even know what else to say besides that was unexpected. I don't know what else, like, what other videos does he have? Okay, wait a minute. So what does he have to say about Mr. Beast? I'm very curious. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just watch that video, like, on my own, because I'm very curious as to what he has to say about Jimmy. Okay, anywho, I'm James IZ. If you can help me explain it better, I don't know. Like the video, subscribe or something. I don't know. Do something. Do whatever. Honestly, I don't really know. Yeah, I'll see you later.